You guys are son. I'm sure most of you guys may already know me. First and foremost, it feels good to be alive, to be breathing. So with that, all things are possible. So I'm very grateful for that. And whoever provides that for me, the gift of life. So with that being said, I'd like to thank Chris, Mr. Claybrooks, and Mr. Chandler for contacting me. I'm very honored to be here. And thank you guys all for inviting me down as a club as well. My name is Danavan Hylton, for the ones that don't know me. As you can see, I'm a father. These are my boys here. My oldest son, Donovan, III, is in the back. My middle child is Malcolm. And my youngest son is Micah, and they're twins, and will actually be one this Saturday. So I'm having a great time. My wife, she's not able to make it, but hopefully she'll be here soon. And so I'm a father, husband. My wife and I just had our 2-year anniversary like a month and a half ago. And a son, a brother, all that good stuff. That's a little bit about my personal life, but I'm also a business investor. That's as far as my career. A lot of you guys may know me from National College. I was the former director of admissions here, but I resigned once my twins were born this past June, because I wanted to make it a point to be in their life. And so as you can see, it's not uncommon for them to come with me to my business meetings. We were actually at Harvey Hopkins' firm at his office last night. And hey, Mr. Liberty, Harvey Hopkins is he has a accounting firm in downtown Nashville. It's the oldest black accounting firm in the city. He's a multi-millionaire, and I was helping him with the project, and my sons were with me at the round table with all his executives. So I want to make sure I was a point to be in my children's life so that I can do my best to guide them from the start. And so, again, this is something that is not new for them, so I appreciate you guys understanding them being here. What I do in so many words from a career standpoint is I help businesses make money. Simple as that. Businesses that are already up, traditionally they have to be established, accredited, doing their thing, and at some point they're saying, hey, I got to increase my sales. That's what the business is basically saying. So they'll call me, and I will sit down with them, look at their current state, and pretty much come up with a plan as far as what I can do to help increase their sales. And the biggest way I do that is through what they call direct sales. And that's where I actually go out personally and talk to the target market and pretty much match them up and basically help them get a contract or whatever it is they're asking for. And because of that, not only do I get a percentage of the money, most importantly, I create a huge database of business executives, of private investors, things like that. So it's a challenge for me. It's always fun, and I love what I do. I actually operate a Tennessee legal corporation here in Tennessee. It's actually a Hosanna Management Group. That's what it's called, and it's actually a project management firm. And I got a couple of people that work with me, and all we do is we take on different projects. I feel like one project is not better than the other, and there are a lot of people out there that need service. So if it gets overwhelming for me, I find people that are into project management and say, hey, you guys want to make some money. And if they're able to pretty much be my backup and take a project on, that's how the business grows. So you guys want to check me out, hmgconnect.com. I'm not a multi-millionaire yet, but you got to start somewhere. Okay? So this is my information. If you guys ever have any type of business opportunities, or hey, I was thinking about something, because that's where it starts with an idea. They say the beginning was the word, but I believe it was the beginning was the thought. You got to think about something first, and then once you can conceive it, you believe it by actually speaking it out. And then once you actually speak it out, you act upon it. And I think that's the most powerful thing anybody can do, is to act upon what they believe. It's one of the hardest things that anyone can do, because it's a scary thing to walk by faith and not by sight. Okay, so that's really what I would like to do, just for a couple minutes, I'm not going to take too much of your guys' time, but what I would like to do is just give you guys a piece of, since we're business management, right? And accounting. So you guys are literally the pioneers and are the leaders of this great country called America. Because without you guys, there is no business. And without business, there is no economy. And without economy, there's chaos, unfortunately. Unless we all had a system to where money was an issue and we can work without money. But at the end of the day, who understands that we need money to survive at this point? It's very important. So you guys can do it two ways. And there's no right or wrong way. You can either work for somebody and they give you money, or you can make your own money. And so in business management and accounting, I believe you guys have the best opportunity, because not only do you guys get an opportunity once you earn your degree to pursue a career in corporate America, but at the same time, I highly suggest you guys to take that training and to one day invest into your own business, because unfortunately, nothing is guaranteed. Okay? And I just want you guys to think about that. I don't want to put no pressure on anyone. So with that being said, what I plan to do is just have a brief breakdown about this word here. Okay. And I'm going to break this word down real quick. And then what I like to do is see, I understand the reason I came is because Christopher Claiborne came to me and said, hey, we're looking to get some projects going. And we want to get into the community, we want to get some hands-on training, develop our skills, get our stuff tight, put our stuff on the resume so that we can better have an opportunity to find employment, or to, obviously take your experience and do your own thing. So in order for that to happen, I believe this word right here is very, very important for us to understand. That's greatness. And the word right before greatness is equally important, and that word is pursuit. And what we're going to talk about is the pursuit of greatness and what that takes. The word pursuit, first and foremost, means the act of chasing. Okay? So you guys have to understand that what you guys are chasing is this here, the word greatness. And allegedly, we as human beings are not perfect. Okay? And I don't know if that's true or not, but allegedly we as human beings are not perfect. But if we pursue excellence and we pursue perfection, I believe we can get pretty darn close. And more importantly, we can cut our losses almost to a minimum. If we continue to strive and continue to reach what some call the unreachable and pursue what some call the unpursuable. Okay? Anyone, please feel free. When you look at the word greatness, what does that mean to you? Just think about it first and foremost. It may sound like a rhetorical question or whatnot, but when you look at the word greatness, what does that mean to you? Is anyone bold enough to give me their opinion of what the word greatness means to them?
I think it can be something, probably it's very personal, each individual, I think. So for me, for example, it would include spirituality as well as education, my family, of course, first. And it would just be a whole bunch of things, success within finances and business, due to the fact that will affect all other aspects of my life.
Awesome. And what's your name now?
Julie.
Julie, first of all, thank you for the support. Do you have children yourself?
Yes.
Awesome. I see you doing an excellent job. And I wish you all success in that. Thank you, Julie.
Yes.
What program are you in?
Pharmacy.
Pharmacy? Wow, you're sharp. But that's pretty much what it is, greatness. It's a complete circle. Not just business, but also personal. And I say personal, you're spiritual. Now, I'm not going into religion, but spiritual to me is just simply something that cannot be seen. It can be a feeling, thought, an idea. So, getting in touch with and actually finding the balance between your career and your personal is one of the hardest things that anyone can do. And that, I believe, is truly what makes an individual great. And that's good, Julie. Now, we're all familiar, I hope I spelled it correctly, I think I did. We're all familiar with this word, failure.
That's what makes you great.
Mr. James White? James Davis. That's it right there. First and foremost, I don't like this word. I don't even like failure. That word to me does not even exist. Failure, let's take that negative energy and turn it to a positive energy.
Yeah.
Let's call it a learning process. Okay? There is no such thing as failure. And if you tell yourself that you're a failure, unfortunately, that's what it will become.
Right.
That's when you will become. Okay? And I'm just telling you guys this because I want you guys to really understand the mental focus you really have to have in business. Because we're leaders, on and off the court. On and off the court. It's very important for you guys to understand that. So please, before we get into the whole careers and thing, let's break down as really everything is 90% mental. So, failure is not a word that exists in our vocabulary as leaders, but it is a learning process. And the faster you're able to learn, the faster you're able to move forward. So don't be afraid to pursue something and fall short. That's okay. That's okay, because maybe that falling short may not have been for you. It could have been for somebody else. But we are actually setting the stage and and paving the road for the ones to come after us and say, hey, it was possible. This person did it. So, with that being said, if we pursue greatness, we're actually pursuing self-education. We're actually pursuing more so a spiritual thing. Because I'm telling you, when things aren't going right, you have to be mentally focused. You have to be mentally strong. You have to depend on yourself. And it's a blessing to have people behind you. Some people don't have that. But if you do have a support system, even if it's an inkling of a drop, please be humble about that and be receptive and take that information. I know Mr. Liberman is a busy man, but he did decide to come. I learned so much from this man. I was here at National College every day. I think about the college. I think about the students every day. Half the student bodies at my wedding, they see me crying and everything. I mean, we were truly a family here. And that was one of the hardest things that I had to do, was to leave something that I was comfortable with and very good at. I had a great mentor. This guy works hard. He has a tough position. And at the end of the day, we all have to do our part. I'm telling you guys, please all do your part and just follow the policies, because they're designed to help you get to the next level.
Right.
Starting with, one, the way you dress. Especially in business. There's no reason. It starts now. I received this job because I came in to enroll into business management classes, and I called in as a student, from Southern California. I was down on my luck. I had my first child. I said, I got to get my stuff together. Business is a hustle for me, but I have to master my craft. And so, called in, hey, I'm coming down from college. I want to get some information about business management. I came in with a Goodwill suit on. A great man by the name of John Thorpe sat me down and said, hey, I gave him my spiel. He said, whoa. I don't mean to interrupt you, but you sound like a well-dressed, he said, just like this. I know, son, it was crazy. He said a well-dressed, well-spoken young man who never thought about a career in admissions. And of course I didn't. But I said, yeah, I was thinking about it all the time. He said, well, we let somebody go yesterday. We need to fill that position, and I believe you'll be great. So here, I come from a potential business management student walking the halls to when I get home, my girlfriend, who's not my wife, who came from California with me, says, Dave, did you go to school? I said, man, they offered me a job. And I'm telling you, it's because, one, it's just that serious. How you talk, how you dress, it's all part of the game that we're playing in business management. And it's very important for us, as it's a game, to learn the rules. If we can learn the rules of the game, we can manipulate the whole court and use every inch of it for our advantage. A wise man once said, this is chess, not checkers. So if you guys are going to come in here and give everything you guys have, because you guys have a great administration behind you, and I know because I was behind the trenches, and they truly do care, starting with this man here. So, please.
I wanted to talk about your pursuit of greatness, and a couple of people are in this room, a few of the people are in the room. Danavan, like he said, came to enroll as a student. He became an admissions rep, and some of you may not know, but he was the director of the initiative at some point. Because of his work, because of his dedication, because of his seriousness, because of his professionalism. I was just at an event of his a month ago, where he's trying to organize his community and help his community out with finding employment. He invited the college there, and we took some computers there, and I have a career center director there. But he has a heart to see people become great. And so some of the things, if not all of the things that he's saying, you need to listen to. Because he is an example of pursuing greatness. He came to me one day and said, I'm going to have to leave. Because he saw something that he could do better, or something that he believed in more. Not that he didn't like National Guard anymore, he just wanted to pursue a different type of greatness. And it's funny that the people that are in this room also have greatness in them. Kristen is very active in the business club. You got Chris Claybrooks, who was my federal work study, the longest one ever. But he worked hard. You could give Chris something and he just do it. You don't have to worry about it. You got Demetrius Tucker, also who was a federal work study. And James goes to Washington. He just went to D.C. with me and represented the college in our sector and talking to legislators on Capitol Hill. He did an outstanding job. So what you may find is that this is training ground for you all to meet other people and help other people start pursuing greatness. So take the notes, but also help others when you leave this room. And so I applaud you for coming. I thank you for coming. I believe in what you're doing.
Thank you, sir. It's truly an honor. That's a great man right there. That is a great man. It is a process. Okay. What you guys are doing, I know right now it's hard. You guys are working, I'm sure, possibly full-time for some, in class full-time. Obviously, if you have children, that's full-time, you know. And sometimes I'm sure you may say, hey, is it worth it? But I guarantee you, it's not necessarily about the business or it's not necessarily about the career. It's about pushing yourself to a level that you've never reached before. And realizing that, hey, I've reached this level and I can go further. And what happens is, as Mr. Williams said, you become a walking example. First thing he taught me was a word called influence. And said, you know, Donna, do you understand what influence is? And I said, no, just kind of doing my thing. So people are looking at you when you don't even realize it. People are, and he didn't say this here, but you're constantly selling. Constantly. You know what I mean? And so, again, it's very important to be able to stay mentally focused as you guys pursue greatness. So with that being said, each individual should have a handout or a paper. And everyone, this is my wife. She just walked in the building. This is Malika. Yeah. She's the one that said, did you enroll in the college? I said, no, you offered me a job. I remember she was cooking some dinner. I'll never forget that. We all should have a paper here. I would always suggest, as best you can, to read as much information as you can. To read as much information and to invest as much money and time into your craft. And with that being said, this is a small section from a book from Dr. Kimbrough entitled "What Makes the Great Great." And there's a section in the book that I felt like it was good for me, and especially as we're talking about the mental challenge and training that is needed to become great. So if you guys have this here, if anyone is able to read the law of mental equivalency, somebody wants to read that? That would be awesome. Loud enough so everyone can hear.
Simply define the law of mental equivalency states that thoughts objectify themselves. Your thoughts, vividly imagined and charged with emotion, become your reality. Nearly every circumstance in your life, either for better or for worse, has been created by your thinking. Everything that occurs in your life begins in the form of thought. Thoughts become things. They take on a life of their own. First you had them, then they had you. To alter your life requires a transformation of your thinking. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Change your thinking and you will change your life. Thought is a mental equivalent of what you wish to experience in your reality.
So I want you guys to all ponder on that. And if you guys can't pick up that book, it makes it great, but I want you guys to all ponder this evening when you guys get home, you guys after finishing your hard day's work, and really focusing on the reality that you want to create for yourself and for your loved ones. Because the reality that you guys have floating in your mind is very much reachable. The only thing that's stopping you is yourself. Not the person that's talking negative to you. Other than just the physical, someone you're sick, you're physically not able to get around, something like that. There's nothing stopping you from reaching your greatness. Okay? So I want you guys to all understand that as you guys move forward and pursue your careers and pursue your degree, that you guys can do anything that you guys set your mind to. Don't allow anyone to tell you different. Okay? So with that being said, Ray and Chris brought to my attention that you guys were looking to get into some projects in the community. And I didn't know where you guys were with that, but I wanted to actually sit in and see how I can be a part and to help. You guys know it's summertime. You guys know there's kids out, and right now if they don't have anything positive to do, they're getting into trouble. Okay, so there's all kind of opportunities, all kind of different resources that are out there that I believe you guys can actually get into the community and be a part of. And I will do everything I can to actually bring all my network to you guys. Matter of fact, the executive director from Demetrius told me, matter of fact, Old Hickory, and I called to talk to the executive director from Old Hickory Community Center. Yep. Old Hickory Community Center. Yep. They're overwhelmed with kids and need something for them to do, And with that, there's opportunity. And with opportunity, there's a chance for success. So I just wanted to sit in at this point and listen to what you guys were getting involved in. Please, if you guys want to if you're interested, I've been talking to Ms. Ross here. I thank you for inviting me. There's actually a couple of companies that I'm working with that are looking to establish internships. And a lot of them are paid. But because we are in business, we have to understand that if we're not doing the work, you're not getting paid. Again, when I left National College, the first thing I thought was, there's no steady income there. And I just had 2 boys, a wife, and we also have a 3-year-old. And so I had to make this decision really with my wife. It wasn't something I just woke up and said, hey, we actually sat and, we fasted and everything for about 3 months. And, yes, sir.
I got a question.
Okay, cool. And, I don't lose my train of thought.
Fasted and everything, you decided to leave.
I still lost it. But the thing is, if you guys are interested, internship. So again, there's so many different opportunities out there, and I would love to hook up with National College. Ms. Ross is working with me to go ahead and bring you guys closer to the business sector, be it non-profit or for-profit. And hopefully at the same time, I want to see if we can get some money in the pocket too. That's the fun part about business. So please feel free to contact me. The website's there, Facebook, all the social media is there. And just keep in mind, no matter what, you don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great. Okay? You guys enjoy the ride. You guys will get there, and hopefully I can be a part of it. So I'm going to give the floor back to Chris. Thank you all.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan?
Yeah, that's what Long D says.
Kind of different, maybe, but I don't know.
I don't know about that one either.
Because Ross kind of different, Michael Jordan would have been who he was. So close enough. Right. That's your question. For me, it may sound cliche, but faith that it can be done, no matter what the current situation is the biggest secret that I can give anyone. Faith that we can ensure that we can see that things go through.